Hey everybody, so it's Easy Flow Monday. We had a very tumultuous weather here in Atlanta. We went from snow to very warm weather over the weekend, so I don't even know what to say to that. But as a result, many of you are probably feeling a little stiff and achy because of that transition. I know that my own body is like really confused about where to keep it. Kind of in balance. So today I thought I would work on more of an easy flow to kind of get your body back on track. So we're going to start out on our hands and knees and place your hands right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips. And we're going to go cat and camel. So sink your belly, shoulders down and back as you gaze up all the way. And bringing your tailbone straight up toward the ceiling. And exhale as you arch or tuck your tailbone under, really round out your back, really contracting the navel to the spine. Inhale up, gaze up, and exhale, tuck and scoop, and breathe all the air out of your lungs, and inhale, gaze up, and exhale, tuck and scoop, and inhale. This is a nice way to really warm up your spine, and exhale. And for those of you who's been writing to me about arthritic hands, if you can keep your core completely activated, then it's lesser on your wrists. What happens is a lot of the time we hang on our bones like this. That's a lot of weight just on your wrists. So you want to be very light on your palms, light on your knees by activating your core, right? So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and circle around and making a little bit of a swaying circular motion clockwise with your whole body. One more. And if you feel this in the wrists, sometimes it helps to make a fist and do this and go counterclockwise. Really activate your shoulder girdle, your hips, and more importantly, the core to make sure you're not loading your wrists with the full weight of your body. So let's extend our arms forward. We're just going to kind of go back into child's pose and hinge forward. Just warming up our hips. Child pose and hinge forward. 2 and 3 and 4. Nice, easy warm up for your shoulders and your hips. And forward and back. And from here, bring your hands right below your shoulders again. Straighten your right leg back. Tuck your toes under. We're going to just kind of go forward and stretch back into the whole length of that left leg. And you should feel that stretch as you hinge back into your calf. And go forward and back, nice and slow. Making very conscious movements and making connections with your body again is the name of the game here. So make sure you're doing that. Good. And with that, bring your left knee down, straighten the right leg. We're going to gently hinge forward and push back, tucking our right toes down now. And go forward and back. Really tuck your tailbone. I forget sometimes too to activate my shoulder girdle by really pressing through the palms of my hands so that I don't load onto my wrists so much. And so I just remember to just spring up my muscles to do that. So with that, I want you to bring your left leg back again, tucking your toes, and then gently lift your left leg, the whole length of it, keeping the toes down, and then bring it down, nice and slow. Up and down, up and down, up and down. One more, up and down. You see how much control that is required of your body, right? Right leg extends, tuck your toes down, lift that whole foot or whole leg and down. 2, and see if you can bring mindfulness to your core to make sure it stays engaged. 4 and 5, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's just shift back into child's pose and go forward and back and forward and back. From there, let's just kind of have a seat on your bum and see if you can stretch out your legs all the way out. So sit up nice and tall. And for those of you who don't have the length in your hamstrings, feel free to keep a slight bend into your knees so that you can be straight up. Because I really want, ideally, for your spine to be perpendicular to the floor. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and work to straighten your knees. And then you're going to go ahead and keep your left hand down, raise your right arm up, and bend over and open up toward the right torso, and stretch and breathe into that right lung space and bring it back. Left arm up and bend over to the right side. Breathe into that left lung space and bring it back. Right side up and over and back. Left arm up and over and back. And from there, bring your right hand forward, left hand back, keeping your pelvis straight forward. So now, if you can't keep your knees straight, that's fine. Keep your knees bent like this. And then you're just going to twist back and stretch into that spine and your hips. I'm going to go ahead and straighten my knees. Bring your left hand forward, right hand back, and stretch, keeping your pelvis square towards the front. Notice how my toes are up, and I'm activating the whole length of my legs so that I stay honest with what I'm doing. So for those of you, again, not many of you can keep your knees straight, so don't feel like you have to do exactly what I'm doing, but keeping your heels down, bend your knees as far as you can to keep, again, that nice, perfect posture. And then walk your hands forward and lean in toward the floor, but don't round your back, right? So pull up, and this might be all that's required of you today. That's fine. I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm going to straighten my heels away from my hip bone, and then walk my hands forward and perhaps go down onto my elbows and take a deep breath in and exhale. At any point in the stretches that I show you, I don't want you to look at my toes. I don't want you to just be loosey-goosey, right? Because we want activation. Like right now, my hip joints are locked in, my quads, my thigh muscles, and all my shin muscles are all active and contracted. And that's what you want. You want an active stretch. Walk your hands back. Let's take a deep breath in as you raise your arms up and exhale. Again, inhale up and exhale, and inhale up and exhale. And then from there, you can just bring the soles of your feet together and flop your knees up and down, up and down. This is going to feel a little bit different. You're going to hold on to your feet from the toes, however you want to hold on. But I want the soles of your feet together. And keeping a nice straight back, you're going to hinge forward from your hips and see how far you can go without rounding your spine. Go all the way as far as you can. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And sort of melt into your hips. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Again, take a deep breath in and exhale. And then gently come all the way back and bring your knees together. Well done. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week.